ALG really saved me. I put all of my success on joining this group. People constantly checking in saved me.
I made so many friends with people that I've never met, but I feel incredibly close to, and I consider them family.
It really is a family. It is a place where you can just be yourself and there is no judgment. There is no shame. You are so welcome there.
Nobody has to be in this alone. Everybody is either going through or has gone through the same thing at one point.
Let's do this.
Welcome back to another edition of the ALG podcast. If you're listening to this on the day of drop, then happy Friday to you. Really quick at the top of the show, guys, if you could 5-star rate and review the show, those 5-star rates and reviews go a really long way. And I like to read the reviews, and I got to be honest with you, listening base, I'm not seeing a lot of reviews. I'm really not, all right? And we're going to have words soon if I don't see some words. You know what I'm saying? All right? So, guys,
and comments. I'm gonna jab it in there as well. Just so you say, if you're watching on YouTube, drop some comments. Drop some comments. See what you vibe with. See what you don't vibe with. We love hearing from you.
I do. I really do. David kind of,
and I did cut this off, but it was important.
Yeah. No, you had a good
that was a value cutoff.
Yeah. You had a good 3-4 week run. You know, we're not gonna count last week because I wasn't here, but you know.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even do the classic
intro,
anything,
did you?
Because I was like, I can't do it like John does, so I'm just gonna send it. I'm just not gonna.
Yeah, full send. All right, ready? So, as always, the podcast is sponsored by our fine friends at Redcon One. For the highest state of readiness, go to redcon1.com. Use promo code JARPS. No, wow, I forgot my own promo code. It's been 2 weeks. It's T20JARPS.
Yep.
That's what it is, folks. It's T20. That's T20 JARPS. You save 20% off your whole entire order from redcon1.com. And now, without any further ado, it is time for the podcast. I am joined alongside my partner in crime, Fit_D-Rock on Instagram, otherwise known in real life as David Roden.
Holy moly! Someone needs some caffeine or something.
It's prep brain, honestly. Much prep brain.
I'm so intrigued by that because I didn't have prep brain.
I have prep brain.
People talk about it. I never did.
It comes and goes as it pleases. Like I was in the doctor's office yesterday. See, talking about something. I had to say the word disc. I kept having to say the word disc, and I kept saying the word dick every single time. And I'd be like, "My bad, I mean dick." And I'd be like, "No, wait, my bad, I mean dick." Oh, I'm sorry, I mean disc.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. Real quick before I have to share my similar situation. Whenever I go to like a Mexican restaurant, I always say fajitas instead of fajitas as a joke. And then one time we happened to have a
vaginas,
super hot waitress, and I went, "Can I get the chicken vaginas?" I was like, fajitas. Yeah, that happened.
We had fajitas in high school, and that's what we used to call them. We had chicken fajita day. It was good. It was actually not that great at all, but back then it was good. So anyway, folks, today we're doing not a recap. We are what would you call this, David?
This is just you're down to 1 month.
Yeah,
1 month until competition. Yeah. So you're at least 5 weeks actually, probably 5 weeks.
So tomorrow, on day of recording, tomorrow makes 1 month, 30 days. When this drops will be 28 days out.
See, that's so crazy. This is the one thing for me. I'm super intrigued on where you're. I mean, but did you have when you're going into this? Did you have a vision in mind or a number in mind of what you wanted to get to?
No.
Okay. See, the one thing is I did. Like I had a body fat percentage / vision look for what I wanted to look like on stage. And so I knew about 30 days out, I was way behind of what I wanted. So I fucking tripled down and I was doing 2 hours of cardio a day, incline walking. And like, I was not healthy. I'm just going to say this right now, boys and girls. I was doing 1,200 calories a day with 2 hours of incline walking on a treadmill while doing some lifting.
That's where I'm at right now.
it was fucked. Like my hips got so tight during the last like 2-3 weeks. I was doing hot yoga just to kind of like stretch out my hips, and it was bad.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, but I will admit, I
It's the
look
nature
back
of the
on
beast.
it's a nature of the beast, but also I will look back on it and I ripped up some muscle in the process. Like there's no question I burned some muscle trying to
Oh,
get
because you were just doing way too much cardio.
way too much cardio, and I was too low. I couldn't get protein high enough to the
Right.
calorie. And so that's the one thing when if you cut too fast, you can have the issue of burning some muscle in the process.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt.
And so, yeah, how's that?
So going into this, mentally I had a vision, right? But it was not really something that was verbalized between me and my trainer of like respectively what we wanted to get to as far as a number goes.
Okay.
And then as prep continued on and the weight,
You want to look like C-bomb.
Yeah. As well, like as the weight kept coming off, I was like, okay, now I have a ballpark of like where, like I know where I'm kind of gonna end up.
Okay.
You know, like I'm giving myself a 10-pound swing of where I think I'm really gonna end up.
Are you doing are you doing water at the end?
Oh yeah, water manipulation at the end.
Water manipulation, you'll drop 6 to 7 pounds right there.
So here's the thing. So as of right now, my last official weigh-in was 2 weeks ago. So I'm actually supposed to weigh in tomorrow.
So you're only weighing every 2 weeks. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what I do is I weigh in every time we change like my eating. You know, every time we adjust the diet, I will do a weigh-in. Then I'll get a new diet plan. Then we'd like to see how that diet plan is working out for 2 weeks, and then we weigh again. So if it's working, then we continue on. If there's anything he wants to change, then he changes.
And you do it purely by numbers, or do you have some kind of body fat caliper, body fat percentage too?
No, I'm not checking body fat right now.
So it's just what? It's just number on the scale.
I'm just going by weight. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. So as of 2 weeks ago, I am down 30 pounds from when I started at the end of July.
That's wild.
Yeah, insane. I've actually, so the last time I weighed in with clothes 2 weeks ago, I was 1.5 pounds higher than my lowest recorded adult weight.
That's wild.
So I know for a fact that I am lower than that weight right now, without a doubt in my mind. So my lowest.
But you're also a different weight though, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Like muscle mass to body fat percentage
huge right now.
Yeah, that's always a super important one too. It's like remembering since you're not doing any type of body fat percentage or muscle mass or whatever,
right?
It can fuck with people because it's like I look better now at like getting to like 230. I look better at 230 now than I did at 212 on stage.
Oh yeah.
Because just like muscle mass growth to body fat percentage to everything else.
Absolutely. So my lowest recorded adult weight was 242. And that was, I weighed myself the day before I got my tummy tuck done. So that was my weight then. And so if you've been following my journey for a really long time, when I started this journey, I had lost, 80 pounds naturally. I hate that. And then I had surgery and, I lost the rest, with the help of gastric sleeve. But when I went for my consultation for weight loss surgery, I was asked, well, what do you want your goal weight to be? What do you ideally think it will be? And I was like, you know what? I'd like to half my body weight because at the time I was 488, and I was like, I want to half that. And 242 sounds like whatever, 244, whatever it is. Yeah, sounds like a great number. And the doctor goes, oh, you'll never get to that weight, without skin surgery like that. You're just too big. Your frame's too big. You're too big. And I was like, okay, fuck you. And I did it. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, okay,
that's surprising. That's wild.
Yeah.
242. Yeah. I mean, that's thin, but it's not like,
it's not exuberant.
I mean, you're 6'6", so it's
So right now, the other day I was 243, whatever it was. And I know for a fact now I'm below 240. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm at least 230.
So then what's the number? What's the goal number for a stage?
So when I signed up for the show, they asked me what my stage weight would be. And I just threw a number against the wall because I really had no idea what I would be.
Yeah.
And I chose 238 as my stage weight. I'm definitely, dude.
You're going to be like 220.
Yeah.
You'll be like 220 probably.
And this is the
because if you're doing water,
myself.
If you're doing water and water shit is still, it's crazy, man. Like super unhealthy because you're dehydrating yourself to a nasty degree where like,
well, because you're pumping your hydration for the whole time.
yeah, you're
know?
water stuff is so crazy because like you're dropping out your electrolytes, you're dropping out your water.
Yeah.
It thins the skin, so it defines the muscles. So like you don't think you're that far ahead, and then all of a sudden the week before when you increase your water a crazy amount and then you deplete yourself and then you dry out, the last day and a half, I was like, holy shit, I've never seen this like shoulder striations. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
And you don't see it the week before.
No.
And then boom, you see it. And it's like, it's all that water. It's super fascinating.
Oh, it's really fascinating because every day I wake up and something's different.
Mhm.
And it's not always me who sees it, because obviously you look at yourself every single day and it takes you a really long time to like comprehend what's going on.
Yep.
But like, so Dez woke up, like Dez came in this weekend to film my video for the show.
That's
You know,
dope.
her boyfriend's a videographer. Shout out to Kyle and Dez for coming all the way to New York for that. And when I picked her up from the airport, she was just like, who the fuck are you? Like, because the last time I saw her was in February when we filmed for the TV show and I had my chest done and I was 30 pounds heavier. And she was just like, listen, like, you look lean, but up top, like your chest is huge. Your shoulders are huge. She was like, you put on mass. And I was like, I guess, like, I don't know. I guess I did. But then I was looking over some of this content that they recorded, and like I have lines in my neck and my jaw that I've never seen before. You know, like
I love the neckline.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, when you start getting
Like,
the Vena, like, yeah, I love the big venation there.
Dude, my Adam's apple is gonna pop soon. I've never seen my Adam's apple before, ever. I don't care how thin I've been. I've never, and I'm just waiting on it.
when your jaw, especially the week before, when you drop all that water again, your jawline just goes,
yeah,
and it's just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So then, what? Because you don't know your macros. You just kind of eat what is in front of you.
No, I have a plan. I have a set plan. I weigh out all my food. I know when I'm eating, what time I'm eating, how much I'm eating.
How has it affected your lifting? Would you say you're about the normal? I mean, obviously you got your back issue right now.
So yeah.
Did you get stronger, weaker, about the same?
Stronger as fuck.
Really? See, that's super interesting.
Because at the beginning of prep, so you have to understand, like my whole weight loss journey, I've been very low carb, high protein diet, right? So then when we started this program, Steve wanted to kind of shock my metabolism and kind of see what my range was with my metabolism. So he loaded me up on the most amount of carbs I've had in the last 6 years. So that first month and a half that I was on prep, I was eating a cup of rice with every meal. I don't eat that, you know, like when I weigh out my food in a normal day-to-day life, I'm only having like, 3 ounces to 4 ounces of carb per meal. So to go up to a whole cup is just bonkers. So I put on a lot of strength because of that.
Okay.
Like a shit ton. But now I'm doing, so now I don't have that anymore. I'm doing carb cycling for the first time in my life now for the last.
That's where I started. Nice.
Yeah, so for like 3.5 weeks, I've been doing carb cycling.
Carb cycling, I think it's fun. Carb cycling is one of those things that if you can create the discipline, I think it gives you the best of both worlds. Because you get your low carb days, and then obviously
I like my high fat day.
Yeah, they're just different. And I think they have their own purposes. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, when you carb up on a day, you're like, But and then all of a sudden you go to the gym and 100%. When you when you throw all of a sudden like 300 grams of carbs in, and you've never done that, the muscle, you're just like, and the glycogen fills out the muscles, water fills out the muscles. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know I looked like this.
So on Wednesdays, I do no carb, high fat. So I won't have any carbs, and I'll have half an avocado with each meal. Okay. Right. And then Saturdays and Sundays, I'm no carb, no fat.
Okay.
So Saturdays and Sundays,
you're straight protein.
Straight protein and broccoli.
Fuck.
And I'm dying.
Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, that means you're only eating on Saturday, Sunday. You're probably what? 1,000 calories, maybe
4 meals a day, 6 ounces of chicken per meal,
6, 12, 24 ounces. 24. What is that? Like 1,200 calories, maybe?
Yeah.
1,200 calories of straight protein, but you're getting,
and it's all going to drop
200 and You're getting like 230, 240 grams of protein in though, which is
Yeah.
nice.
And now, so I was on protein shakes the whole time up until last week. My protein shakes have been taken away. So I was having a protein shake in the morning with water and then a protein shake post-workout with almond milk. Almond milk was the first to go a couple weeks ago. And then that one was mixed with water. Now both shakes have been pulled and my both shakes have been replaced with just chicken and broccoli. So I'm eating chicken and broccoli for breakfast. And then and then it's just chicken and broccoli all day long.
Super interesting. Like that's the one thing when you get into bodybuilding-esque, where again, for general health, these things are not a necessity.
Yeah, don't listen to this.
For general health, it's not a necessity. However, when you are competing, how certain foods influence certain things in the body in that last little bit matters. Like
absolutely,
you think about the carnivorous vegetables versus different, like it all matters at that level. Where again, unless you're trying to compete, it doesn't fucking make a difference. But when you're at that level, that's the one thing I didn't have a coach my first time.
And asparagus. So my normal meals are chicken and asparagus. My no carb days are broccoli. And the reason for the asparagus is because the asparagus is also a natural diuretic.
Yep, it's a diuretic. And it makes your pee smell.
And it makes your pee smell great. So black coffee mixed with fucking asparagus mixed with a gallon and a half of water every day. I stank.
That's funny. Okay. And then what's the lifting routine right now? What's your split?
My split right now is back on Mondays. Tuesdays is chest. Wednesdays is my rest day because we do this. Thursdays is shoulders and arms. Fridays is legs. And then sometimes on Saturdays, I'll get an extra chest day in.
Okay. It was very similar to what I do.
Yeah. I love chest day. I love chest.
So there's a kid that he's the coach at, this is gonna be funny. He's a coach at one of the other high schools, the bowling team. Good kid. He just doesn't eat. Like he's just never hungry.
Yeah.
This kid's like 6'1", 6'2", 150 pounds, maybe. String bean. And he hits me up and he's like, "Hey man, I love what you do. You know what you're doing. Could you help me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, come to the gym with me. We'll just kind of shoot the shit. I'll give you some pointers." Yesterday morning, I was like, I didn't realize just how lean and like lack of muscle he was.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I got to make sure I don't break him.
Yeah.
And so like I did high volume. As soon as I saw him like completely maxing out, I was like, "You're done." Like, because you jump into that too quick and you don't have that muscle, you'll just rip shit up. So then what's the sets like for you then? Are you doing a lot of volume training? Are you doing a lot of maxing outs? Obviously, you're probably not a lot of maxing out.
No, I'm doing everything, dude. I'm doing pyramids. Okay. I'm maxing out on sets. The other day, I forgot what Steve had called it, but basically it was
I love pyramid sets.
Max weight for max reps. So it wasn't max, so it was max weight for 20 reps.
Max weight for 20. Okay,
yeah. So whatever
just sucks.
Bar, it sucked.
Oh, endurance.
And that was the end. Mm-hmm. So like I had lifted, did chest, and then at the end he was like, "Okay, now you're gonna do this." And he was just like, "You're gonna bang out 20 reps of this." He goes, "You're gonna lift. You're gonna go till failure. You're gonna stop. You're gonna wait 5 seconds, and then you're gonna start again. But you have to hit that 20 rep." And I was like, "Fuck."
Yep. Yeah, that's what I did to. That's usually my finisher. I do a pyramid set like that on shoulders, just like on lateral raises. That's like my finisher. Oh my gosh,
my shoulders have gotten so much stronger.
Mm-hmm. The blood flow is crazy. That's always so. Then, what is something in the last month? Obviously, I'm going to guess, but the amount of muscle you probably put on last month was not what you were expecting. Or were you expecting that?
I did not expect to get as strong as I've have.
Okay.
That's what you're asking.
Yeah, exactly.
So like now that I'm depleting more, I'm noticing that obviously I'm losing gas earlier in my workouts, but I'm working out just as hard as if I was full carb. Like, you follow what I'm saying? Like, I'm working out as hard now as I did at the beginning of prep when everything was just, sailing and I was eating a fuck ton and, whatever.
Mhm.
That's one, because my trainer's giving me absolutely no choice. And two, like, I mean, I'm just so locked in and zoned in. It's just like, it's the only thing I know, you know, and like, I'm the type of person that when I start something and I have a goal, I go balls to the walls, and that could be a really, really good thing. And that could be a really, really bad thing.
Yep.
I either get super hurt or, you know, whatever. And we're
Well,
kind
it's
of
like,
teeter-tottering over that line right now.
You're teetering. That's like
Yeah.
when we had Cody on, who
Yeah.
was Nick and Zanecki's
Mhm.
personal trainer for his show, and like hearing him like in the middle of prep, he's like 4 weeks out, ripping it in the gym, and Nick is just fucking spent, and Cody's like, fucking 6 more
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
And he's
that's
like,
what he
no,
does.
no,
Yeah.
I got nothing left. Fucking do it. And then
Uh-huh.
as soon as you finish, like, no, now you're done.
Yep.
And then you
I
go
do
on
that
stage.
to Steve all the time, and I'm just like, no, I don't have anything left. He's like, no, yeah, you do. You got 7 more left, and I'm just like, fuck.
I will admit, I do love that. Like when people come to the gym with me, I don't get it enough for myself. I'm pretty good at pushing myself to limits, but again, there is something that no matter who you are, there's usually some in the tank, and if someone's
yeah.
screaming at you, you
You're
can
gonna
push
find
out.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna find it.
Mhm.
And so but I love when I'm in the gym with someone, like, and now it depends. I'm also a person where I try not to, if someone is very iffy with getting into strength training, I'm not going to just break them where they're hurting for a week.
No, yeah, of course.
But if someone who is a lifter who
Mhm.
hasn't been pushed in a long time goes out, I will fucking, oh my gosh, especially with, what was I doing? It was actually this morning. I was doing shoulders, and a buddy of mine ended up working out with me, and we were doing our lateral raise finisher and on shoulders. And he wanted to, we do 30 pound, 20 pound, 10 pound. And you
Mhm.
do like 30 lateral raises for probably 6 to 8.
Yeah.
And then you drop down to 20, and you do like 8 to 15. And then you drop down to 10 and you go till failure.
Right.
Fucker did like, he got to the 10s, and 10s is, it's more mind over matter than anything, because it's not fucking heavy.
No, but when you get to that point at the end of the pyramid, the 10s feels like 50 pounds, though.
10 feels like 50 pounds, but if
Yeah.
you put your heart into it, you do more than you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Without a doubt.
the fucker stopped at like 9. And I looked at him, I was like, and I made him do 20. he was like, I was done. I'm like, you just did 11 more, so
Yeah.
you weren't done.
Right. Dude, it's crazy. Like, when you figure out how to really like bring that side out of you.
I will admit, this is something that, this is one of the biggest weaknesses for us. You being in New York, me being in Grand Rapids. I would love to have a fucking ALG gym, but it's like, do you have it in New York? Do you do it in Grand Rapids? Do you do
We
it
will
somewhere
one
else?
day.
I know, but I'm just sitting there going, how do you do it? Like, what do you, would you? And it's like, but I'm just like, oh, it'll be so dope to have our own gym.
We would.
Oh, it'd be so dope.
We will. But yeah, I mean, so I'm actually really impressed with my recovery time.
Okay.
Like,
Are you
I'm
on
not-
creatine or anything?
Yeah.
You're not even on creatine.
Still haven't taken creatine a day in my life.
Interesting.
Yep.
Are you an ashwagandha? Here's the newest one.
I know ashwagandha. No, I know someone very close to me though who's on it right now, and he absolutely loves it.
Really?
I've been thinking about doing it.
I just think it tends to be like all these different testosterone.
It's a lot of hype.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if like,
he's telling me that like
it helps.
It helps, and you know, he's like Elmer's glue right now, fellas, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah.
Ashwagandha, it's just so you get all these different supplements that they get one good clinical study, and then everyone just like goes.
Everyone uses it. Yeah. It's the all natural SARM.
Acai, man, acai, and then it jumps to.
I like acai bowls. They're fucking good.
Bougie, you bougie ass.
They're fucking delicious. You put some fucking Nutella and cookie butter on that bitch and some shaved coconut.
It doesn't surprise me at all. Acai berry, Alfa Romeo car. Like, I mean, you're just a fucking classic bougie Italian.
There's literally an acai bowl place like around the corner from here. It's fucking fantastic.
All right. You're a month out. You're starting to get the brain. I can tell.
Yeah, I am.
What do you now? This is crazy. Will this be the pivotal moment where you have a piece of pizza afterwards?
Yes.
You are doing it.
Yeah. It's not going to be exactly when I get back to New York.
You're not going to have a fake New York pie in Texas.
Hell no.
What if you brought it with you? No, I wouldn't last.
No. I might have some goodies though brought down though.
Yeah.
But you'll see. But so this November makes 6 years. Is it 6? It's either 6 or 7 years. I gotta do the math right now, prep brain. Of having no pizza.
Mhm.
Right. I subconsciously, consciously coerced Michelle like 2 or 3 years ago to do this no pizza streak with me.
No
So
shit.
so she's about to hit her goal in I think March. So I might wait for her. That way she doesn't get mad that I'm having pizza without her, because I would get pissed at her if she was gonna have pizza without me.
Yeah, I respect it.
So we'll see, but it is coming. And like I had already let my Nona know like a couple weeks back. I was like, hey, I want to let you know like the streak is ending. It's definitely gonna end after we get past the show. I just don't know when
So
yet.
who you going to?
So who am I going to for pizza?
Which pizza place?
Oh, I have like 3 that I'm definitely hitting, but
Are you
like
gonna hit them all at the same time, one of each?
nah, I don't know yet. I've thought about it. I'm making my Nona make me pizza though. So for those that don't know, I have a Sicilian off the boat stepmom and Nona, and my Nona owned 6 pizzerias in New York at one point in time. She makes great pizza. I'm the only one in my family who's never had her pizza. I've looked at other people. I've watched other people eat her pizza, but I have not had it. And she gets mad every time she makes it and I don't eat it. So there's that.
Funny.
Definitely
Okay.
having it. I miss cheese really bad.
What's the sweet?
What sweet am I gonna have? I don't even
Yeah.
care about sweet, David.
See, that's so crazy because like that's all I thought about was
Really?
like,
No.
oh, it was
like-
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah,
after
like I want a
prep
piece
and-
of chocolate. Like it's crazy because like the cravings are really weird because I'm getting these weird prep cravings. And I'm craving things that I've never had or like I haven't had in a really long time. Like the other day I craved cinnamon bread with cream cheese on it. I haven't had that in 10 years. You know, like I want a bagel. I haven't had a bagel in 6 years, so I think after this prep I'm finally gonna have a bagel. I want chocolate. Chocolate's
Hashtag
definitely
back
gonna
to
happen.
488. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
no, hashtag right back to 500, baby. We're going. But no, I mean, there's a couple things I'm gonna have, but then it's gonna be reverse diet, and you know, because I found
Do
where
it
I'm
right.
happiness. Yeah,
Do it right.
Yeah.
I fucked up the reverse diet. I really did. And
I
like,
really, really found like where I'm happiest. You know, like I really think that my happiest.
I'm gonna put my
point is
picture in that.
245.
245.
Yeah,
I'm gonna for my picture in this episode, I'm gonna put my 4 week or it's my 2 to 4 week transformation post
yeah,
post competition. And it's crazy. Like the picture on the left is me a day or two before the competition where like I got my shoulder caps, I'm lean as shit. And then here's a picture of me 2 weeks afterwards. And I gained
45 pounds. I know someone who
I
put
went
on
from
40. in
I
a
went
week.
from I went from 221 to 250.
Yeah, I bet.
So I gained 30 pounds in 2 weeks.
Your
and it
body
was
just
just-
absorbs everything.
Now again, I actually look pretty good. Like I was just built out because all
Right, it's
my
not
muscles.
fat.
It's not all fat, but it's like you're just like holy shit. It goes to show you how dehydrated, low carb you are, and how much that actually affects numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll put that in this episode because it's crazy. Like
You know what I fell in love with that I'm really surprised that I like? Fasted cardio.
that's how I always see. This is weird. I do all my workouts fasted.
Oh, do you?
I work out in the morning, and so I don't
Yeah, I
do my
don't.
first meal till noon, and so I work out in the morning. So that's just been now it's that's just how I've always done it. I enjoy it the most that way.
So you lift fasted too?
Yeah.
Do you?
Now
Okay.
I usually what's called back carb loads. I back
Yeah,
carb.
you load up the night before,
Yeah.
and then,
So like my dinner is usually my biggest carb meal,
right.
and then you got the whole night of like you're filling up your
Digestion,
glycogen.
yeah.
And then my first thing in the morning. Now, again, if you added some carbs, could I get better venation and stuff like that and like a little better pump? Yeah, but I don't think it affects like my performance much.
So my weekend workouts, because I have hit a couple weekend workouts. I did those fasted just because my nutrition is so wonky on the weekends. Like when I'm at work, I'm very, very, very on like time when it comes to my eating times.
Gotcha.
For some reason, Saturdays and Sundays hit, and like it'll be like 2:00 and I haven't eaten meal 1 yet because I just don't know why, you know. And then I'm like eating till 11, 12
Well,
o'clock.
I'll be honest. If you're doing so low carb on those 2 days, this is my one thing about keto. It has the ability more than anything I've ever done to curb hunger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I'm just not
I'm
hungry.
I'm just telling you,
Mhm.
you go into the science. I don't fucking know. I can't tell you why.
Mhm.
I just know when I'm in a heavy, low carb and my ketones are high, I'm just
Mhm.
not fucking as hungry.
No, not at all.
What do you mean? Dietitians, doctors, tell me why. I can whatever you want to say. I just know anecdotally it helps.
All right. Yeah. So I'm doing 75 minutes of cardio, and throughout this whole prep, obviously it's gotten bigger. You know, originally it was like 45 minutes, then I went up to an hour, and now it's at 75 minutes.
And you're doing incumbent bike.
Yeah, I'm doing incumbent bike just because it's the best on my back. Cool. I have a terrible back. But I was doing all that at the end of a workout. So I wasn't getting out of the gym till like 9:30, quarter to 10 at night, you know, working all day, then working out, then doing cardio.
Woo!
Oh yeah. And then I forgot why I had to do a fasted cardio day. And my body just like really enjoyed it. Like I lost 3 pounds because of it in like a day. And he was just like, no, you're doing fasted cardio now from now to the end of prep. So this week I started doing fasted. Oh, because it was the days I worked late last week when I wasn't on the podcast.
Yep.
I still had to
train. Yeah, you were the double.
Yeah. I still had to train. So I moved everything to the morning, and I was doing the carbless workouts, and I was doing the fasted cardio. And he was like, listen, your body took to it so well. He's like, I want you to do fasted cardio from now to the show day. And I was like, all right.
And it's one of those things where, again, it's like fasted cardio is kind of like HIIT training, where there may be some science behind it. Is it essential for general life? No. Is there maybe some data behind it for, yeah, there's a little bit of data. So it's like, again, in competition, where every little thing matters, that's why you do these things. Like it's super important to know that.
I literally look at it as, you know, on average, I burn 1,200 calories on the bike for 75 minutes. I just look at it as, instead of burning it at the end of the day, I'm burning in the beginning of the day. I'm still burning the same amount of calories.
Same shit.
You know what I mean? It's just at a different time of the day. So that's really all it is. But I really miss cheese, David. I have never gone this long without eating cheese. You really don't understand. Like when I started my weight loss journey, I had an agreement with myself that I will drop everything I've ever loved in life except for cheese. Like
cheese isn't that big of a deal to me.
Oh, it's cocaine.
You've
never had a nice smoked Gouda? A little provolone?
Nope.
Pecorino?
Nope.
No. Parma? No. Nothing?
No.
Dutch blue cheese? You're a Dutch boy. You must like Dutch blue cheese.
No, I hate blue cheese.
You're a fucking idiot.
I hate blue cheese.
And you want to know what's happening now? Well, besides the lashing out, which I'm starting to realize I'm starting to become a dick, right? Like I'm 99% of the time always a dick. It's that extra 10% now. I mean, that extra 1% now that I'm just a dick 24/7. I am just like, the other day, something happened at my job that was
marginal,
stupid. And I started to cry, like for no reason. Like I just broke. And nothing about the situation called for crying. And then, so like, because I work with my dad. So I'm like having a conversation with my dad, and I just start fucking bawling. And he's like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. Like, I have no idea what's going on.
Interesting.
And then, it happened again. And I was like, listen, this has to be the prep. Like for some reason,
it's the prep. It could be the prep. And the one thing I would be cognizant of is, it depending on how significant it goes, and it's going to happen because it happens to everybody, is your testosterones is just probably dropping.
You think? But I was talking to someone else who's on prep, who did
prep
before, and they're like, hey, have you started crying for no reason yet? And I'm like, yeah, actually.
I agree. Yeah. I'm just saying that when you go to super low body fats and you do it naturally, and you think
my test is gone. I kind of feel like my test is gone too.
You can now, and that's what all you gotta do is get a blood test to find out.
Right.
But that is one thing that can happen to a lot of these people. And then it takes a while to rebuild back up. Now you are doing carb cycling, so the healthy fats hopefully should help that.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. But here's the thing too: my hair's growing thicker, my beard is growing thicker and darker ever since I started prep.
Yeah, I just know that when it is a pretty normal thing that when you,
I think it's just I'm mentally just shocked.
So put it this way, I won't say the name, but someone you know extremely well who's a nutritionist, went too lean for too long, and now his natural testosterone levels is sub 100, and he's and it's because he stayed too lean for too long, and that actually is a real thing.
I mean, I know someone who did that, but they were on steroids for too long. And I was trying to have a kid.
Yeah, no, this is a nutritionist that you know, and like, his right now his resting testosterone sub 100. Which
how well do I know this person?
not on a one-to-one basis. I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna tell it on air.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't want you to do that.
guys.
Guess who's a bitch?
Everyone, comment down below. Who do you think is testosterone is fucked right now? I'm just kidding. I'll be real. I've had this conversation on my TikToks. I'll probably do testosterone replacement by the time I'm 40. I probably will. Because it's just
I want TRT.
Yeah.
I think we can openly, like, respectfully say that.
Yeah. Wait, you're on TRT replacement right now?
No.
Oh.
No, I want to be.
Oh, you
One
want to
day.
be. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
what? I didn't think.
There's really only two things that I ever want to take in this journey of life. Testosterone replacement and
D-ball.
HGH.
HGH, yeah.
But,
I was gonna say D-ball.
but it's not because I want to get bigger. It's because I have so much shit wrong with me that I think it might help me.
No, it's like, but again, there's a huge stigma around testosterone, like, and testosterone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
And like, there's such good science behind it. And again, it's not
You
going
have to understand, like guys like us who were, once 400, 500 pounds.
Our testosterone is fucking shot for a lot of us. Like mine sits at 500, 550.
I don't even know where mine is.
And 550 is like the lower third of normal.
Yeah.
So,
I was supposed to test my T 2 years ago, and then the pandemic hit.
You can do it online for like fucking $40.
Yeah, I know you can. Yeah.
But yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you all. No, good. Whatever you want to say last. And then
no, I was just saying that I this is something I think is super important, is like testosterone replacement therapy. If your testosterone's tanked, you know how much harder it is to put on lean muscle mass, burn body fat, all because your body isn't functioning right. So just like someone who has hypothyroidism and they're put on thyroid replacement because their thyroid doesn't fucking work. If you're low testosterone because your testosterone doesn't fucking work, it shouldn't be demonized like it is. Crazy concept. Science.
All right, guys. The next time we talk about this will be after show date. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm working my balls off here, guys.
Literally. They're falling off.
They're falling off. Yeah.
You're getting chafing.
Yeah. It's bad. All right, guys. I want to thank you all for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, share it with someone you know. Share it with someone you think it will inspire. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with your cousin.
Just don't share it with your sister.
Don't share it with your sister. I said way too many nasty things. Yeah. Don't do that. You can join us each and every single Wednesday night on the ALG community call by going to www.accountable-lifegroup.com, clicking on the events tab, and that'll take you right into Zoom. That happens every single Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific. If you're interested in ALG coaching, you can go to algcoaching.com and you can figure it out. I mean, that's really all I got to say. Yeah, you can figure it out. It's, if I could do it, you could do it. We made it so like the website is John proof. All right. So that's what you should know. You can save 20% on Redcon by using promo code T20JARPS. You can go into Amazon.com and purchase the Accountable Life Group Journal. Apparel's coming.
Apparel is coming.
And that's where I'm going to leave it, folks. That's where I'm going to leave it. Stay beautiful, stay sexy, stay accountable.
Toodles.